Today, we're going to talk about the 4 types of videos that every law firm needs. Now, if you're listening to this video, you already know that your law firm needs to implement video into the marketing strategy. I'm sure that I could tell you about all of the facts and statistics around video. We know that people would rather watch a video about a product or service than actually read about it. We also know that 188.2 million people in the US watched 58 billion online content videos in January 2015. We also know that using videos on landing pages can increase conversions by 86%. Watching just 1 minute of video is the equivalent of reading 1.8 million words, according to Dr. James McQuivey of Forrester Research. So, you know that you need to use video. 53% of people go onto YouTube for entertainment, but the 47% that are going on YouTube are going on for education. They want to learn about something. So you want to make sure that your videos are in front of them. The first type of video that your law firm needs is a hero video. This style of video positions attorneys as the one that's bold and that will stand up for clients and for what is right. In my company, we love shooting hero videos, and actually we kind of coined the term hero video because we see our clients and attorneys as heroes, as hope for the hopeless, as advocates for what's right, and helping the corporations and clients that they serve. So, in the next slide, we're going to look at a few examples of hero style videos. This can work for solo firms, small firms, mid-sized firms, and firms that have hundreds and hundreds of attorneys.
The largest law firm in Cobb County prior to our formation had been 23 lawyers. So there had never been a large law firm here. Our intent was to grow as the business grew us, not just to grow. And we now have over 90 lawyers.
So you see in that example where you have the attorney, the founding partner, actually talking about the firm, and you'll see some B-roll. So you see videos and movement of others in the firm. So that's an example of a hero video. And that's a larger firm with 100+ attorneys.
When you hire me, you get someone who's hands-on, and you will have access to me. I will be the person who goes to court. I will be the person who answers calendar calls, as well as goes to motion hearings and handles your trial. I will explain to you every facet of the proceedings. I will let you know what I think is the right course of action. And so you get someone who has more than 30 years of experience handling state and federal crimes.
Now, if you notice with this video, you didn't see the B-roll. We didn't use it. This video has the attorney actually looking off camera, answering questions and telling a story. Why should anyone want to work with him? Well, with 30 years of experience. So he's literally telling why he does what he does and who he is, and helping us create an image in the viewer's mind. Let's look at the next example.
I decided to practice law because growing up I saw law could be used for good or bad. Good in the sense that you could make a difference either changing laws, making laws. Bad from the perspective that I saw innocent people unfairly punished, and I saw law as a vehicle, to make change, to make things happen. I knew law was the one avenue without being, quote unquote, a superhero or a large figure. I could do my part to change my community, to change circumstances for people who normally don't have an advocate.
Now, this is a personal injury attorney, and again, he's telling the story. This is the hero, and you need that emotional music. People make decisions based on that pathos or that emotion. So we want to make sure that we have that music there. And you'll again see a high quality video. The hero video needs to be one of the highest quality videos that you produce for your firm. because this is the video that helps you stand out. Now, it's not a one and done. There are many production companies that produce amazing hero style videos and walk away. Well, you need to then have high quality, consistent videos, because those are the ones that are going to continue to drive the value home that we'll see in later examples. So let's look at our last example.
Live life forward and understand it backwards. You know, when I walked into this law firm in July of 1996, I had no idea that I would still be here over 20 years later. You know, you don't really necessarily understand why you make certain decisions, but you make them with your gut, you make them with your intellect, you make them with your intuition, and then oftentimes you understand why it all comes to.
Again, you see her telling the story, positioned as a hero, talking about why she started at that law firm and entered law. So again, you want to produce a quality video that you can include, that it's what we call a positioning video. This hero video positions you. How is it positioning you in front of your actual viewer? So that is extremely important, okay? So our next type of video that we want to make sure that we implement is educational. This is where your main focus really should be. You should have a lot of educational videos on your website, on social media, and on YouTube. So let's look at a few examples.
Hello, my name is Debbie Houghton, and I am one of the employment law attorneys at Moore Ingram Johnson & Steele. Today, I'm going to talk to you about one of the most misunderstood laws in the employment law arena, the Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA. Employers generally find the FMLA more simple on its face than it actually is in practice. In reality, a large number of employers are unwitting.
With this educational video, she's actually reading from a teleprompter. Not sure if you could tell that, but this is a very scripted out video. You don't always want your videos to be scripted out, but in this case, it actually was about a 13-minute video broken up into, I believe, about 4 videos that we did for this client. So you want to make sure that either you're reading from a teleprompter or you're just providing the general information and it's unscripted. Again, it just depends. With this particular client, they're dealing with very large corporate clients that generate billions of dollars in revenue. So we want it to have a very clear, succinct message. So let's look at another example.
A father to a child born out of wedlock has absolutely no legal rights here in Georgia. In order to establish your legal rights, you have to file a petition for legitimation. A paternity test is not required. However, I always encourage my dads to.
This is a different style video. Family law attorney, we have some of the music in the background playing, and we also have a different background. Now, your setting is dependent upon the firm and really what works for you. We have some solo attorneys that will put just a screen behind the back. We don't recommend green screening, but this is just a simple polished background, or you can have it in your office, just like you see with the example on the left. Again, it is dependent upon the firm. I sound like an attorney here, right? It depends. So you want to use what works for you. But again, you hear in her example, there's some text there to keep the video engaging. So it's just not a point and shoot style video. Let's look at another example.
Hi, I'm Dave Ward from the Ward Law Firm. And one of the things that people almost invariably want to know is how long is my case going to take? When a divorce is filed, there are certain minimum timeframes that come into effect.
And again, you have another educational style video. Now, when you're working with a marketing company that's doing your videos, they need to understand video marketing. They need to help you come up with your topics and your scripts. So at my company, we actually go online and do this for our clients. We have an extensive interview. What are your clients actually asking you? What should they be asking you? And then we go online and look for what they're really asking, because again, Google is king right now. So we want to know what people are actually searching for. You want to make sure that you're looking at your competition, because you don't want to create videos that no one can find. You want to create videos that attract your ideal clients to you instead of repelling them. Let's look at our example here, our last example on this page.
Hi, I'm Ken Lanier at the Law Office of Ken Lanier, and the question is, why should you hire a car accident attorney? Well, the reason is you want to make sure that your rights are protected. Personal injury law, insurance law is very complicated. It's very nuanced.
So again, a different style. And you see here 4 different, completely different individuals, except for the genders that match up for some. But you see they're all different styles. The videos that you make are going to be different than your competition. And guess what? You're going to attract your ideal clients based off who you are. I attract and I repel. I want to attract lawyers that get marketing and law firms that get marketing and understand that they need to implement video versus explaining and educating and selling an attorney on video. So here they're attracting their ideal clients. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, I want to do these frequently asked question educational style videos, but I'd have a face for radio. Okay, we have a solution for that. So here you see the style of video that is actually what we refer to as a webinar. So what we do is we suggest that you create a presentation, or you have your video marketing company do that. We do that within my company. Create an outline, create a presentation, and then you can record that presentation with your computer or work with your marketing company to do that for you. So in this instance, you'll see here, it's literally just a presentation with a voiceover that has been created into a video. So again, you have different styles of videos that you can use for your educational video. Now, let's go into the next style of video that you need, which is authoritative. This style of video demonstrates your expertise in your practice for new clients, again, answering questions from current clients, and it's building a lot of trust and authority. You want to build authority online, again, for your clients and consumers, and also for other attorneys. At the end of the day, more than 40% of your business is always going to come from referrals. So you want to be seen in your community as an attorney that is smart, that's a thought leader, and that has authority. So we want to build that authority. Let's look at a few examples that video styles that help build authority.
Hi, I'm attorney Ken Lanier at the Law Office of Ken Lanier. And should you get an attorney if you're just involved in a minor or a small fender bender? The answer is yes. The reason why is you want to protect your rights.
So again, we're talking about should you hire an attorney if, okay? Let's look at another example of authoritative video. So you are the authority on this subject area.
People often ask me, what do they do when they've been injured due to the criminal acts of a person at an apartment complex or a property?
So again, building authority. People often ask me, what are people asking you, and how are you restating that back in your video to provide authority? Let's look at the next example.
So there are 3 things you need to know before settling a debt, either on the phone or in response to a letter with a creditor. There is a body of federal law called the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, and it governs what debt collectors can and cannot do. There's also a body of state law here in Georgia, that consumer protection law, that protects consumers when a creditor is attempting to collect a debt.
So if you notice, he said the 3 things that a consumer should know. With authoritative videos, lists work really well, 3, 5, 7, 9. So again, you're positioning yourself as the authority on that subject. Last one here.
Hi, I'm attorney Andre Ramsey, your workers' compensation attorney. Now, I get asked a few times, why did I become a lawyer? It's really quite simple. I just wanted to help people. I haven't always been a lawyer. I didn't take the direct path from college to law school to being an attorney. There were 7 to 8 years in between college and law school that I was a worker just like you. I worked in retail, I worked in service, I worked in customer service, I worked manual jobs. And these things made me have an appreciation for you. It made me have an appreciation for people who get hurt. I wanted to be that person that you could rely on. I wanted to be that person that you could call and know that I would fight for you. So before you talk to any lawyer, before you hire me, I want you to get a copy of this free book.
So I let that one play a little longer because I wanted you to see the book. So we helped this client create the Workers' Compensation 101, the do's and don'ts for injured workers. We took about 20 plus videos the first year that this client was with us, and we transcribed all of those videos and actually put them into a book. And of course, there was a lot of editing that went into that. And that now became an authoritative guide. So now he's the authority, not just on workers' compensation, but he can declare he wrote the book on it. So again, that video could have been used for educational or authoritative, but we put it in the authoritative category because again, now he's the authority for workers' compensation. So let's move on to the last type of video that your law firm needs, which is thought leadership. This style of video enhances your visibility, builds a public perception of your expertise, and works extremely well for law firms that deal with corporate clients. So if you're dealing with the B2B, this works great because one, you're dealing with general counsel, and two, you are dealing with other firms. You want to demonstrate your expertise. So let's look at just two examples of how you can do that.
I started out as a young partner being involved in recruitment and the summer program, which is really the training of summer associates, hopefully toward a path to become lawyers.
Now with this example, this is just a simple 2-cam example that we use where, again, telling a story, but it's a bio. It's a very simple bio, but it positions him as a thought leader. This is a law firm that's international, 200 plus attorneys all across the country, and again, international. So we're positioning them as smart, as thought leaders in the industry. And again, let's look at another example from this law firm.
I got started in the practice of law in kind of a roundabout way. My undergraduate major was in social work, and I spent my senior year in college.
So we created about a dozen videos that, again, they were bio videos about the practice area, legal trends in the industry. So you want to have videos that position your attorneys as thought leaders. That's the fourth type of video. Here are a couple others that you need, some additional examples that we always like to include. Now, if you're having events or hosting events, seminars, workshops, or maybe you're just having a client get together, you want to have videos that are just quick, 1 minute, kind of you should be here videos that you put out online on social media and that you include on the website. They are so much better than just including the videos, or excuse me, the photos. People like to see themselves in the photos, but they love watching these videos. Add some great music and make it simple. If your firm's celebrating an anniversary or something big, maybe you're starting the firm or you're moving locations, celebrate it with a video. All right, I'm feeling that beat. Let's go on. All right, in addition to having great videos, the 4 types, and again, additional examples, seminars, workshops, events, celebrations, anniversaries, you want to make sure that every video has a call to action. Every video needs a call to action. So we have some that say, I'm a lawyer for the everyday worker. We have one that's a family law attorney. I'm not a mother's rights attorney. I'm not a father's rights attorney. I'm a what's right attorney. Contact me. And we have another attorney that says, I protect business owners facing divorce. You have to have a call to action for every video. We have a simple quiz that you can take to find out if you're stuck in the mud, if you're sparking a movement, or if ultimately you're going to get left behind. Look, you know that you need to be using video. If you don't know how or why, then take the quiz. So at least you're going to have just a little bit of a blueprint at the end. You're going to have this great information of at least where you should be using videos and how you should be using videos to help increase your visibility, grow your law firm, and attract the clients that you want to help. So I encourage you to go to our site. All of the information is right here below, and take that quiz so that you can spark that movement. My name is Montina Portis. I'm the founder and CEO of Creative Internet Authority, and we're a digital marketing company specializing in video production and video promotions for lawyers and law firms. If you need those 4 types of videos created, we would love the opportunity to work with you, so just schedule a free consultation. Thank you.